Oh, dear friends, gather round and listen closely, as I unfold the tale of my most woeful experience at the Holiday Inn Shanghai Nanjing Road, an IHG Hotel. A place that promised so much, yet delivered nothing but heartache and despair. As I stepped into the lobby, I was immediately struck by the eerie atmosphere. It was as if the very air itself was heavy with the weight of disappointment. The decor, once perhaps grand, now seemed dated and worn, like a faded photograph from a bygone era. But, I digress. My friends and I had booked our rooms, hoping for a comfortable stay during our study tour. Little did we know, our nightmare was only just beginning. The cat painting, oh, that dreaded cat painting. It seemed to stare at us with an unblinking gaze, its very presence sending shivers down our spines. One of my friends even found a random dagger in their room, which we later learned was an oyster knife left behind by the careless staff. Can you imagine the terror we felt? It was as if they wanted to drive us mad. But, alas, that was only the beginning. On day 3, we asked to add 2 more rooms for our family members, and we were told it would be done. We paid in full, received the invoice, and even got the room numbers. But, oh, the horror. When our family arrived, they told us the rooms were cancelled. The staff gave us ridiculous excuses, each one more ludicrous than the last. It was like they were trying to torment us. And then, the pièce de résistance, the checkout date arrived, and they told us we had to pay an extra 1,117 Chinese yuan because the reception had miscalculated the rate. Can you believe it? It was as if they wanted to suck every last penny from our wallets. We argued, we pleaded, but to no avail. They just deducted the amount from our refund, leaving us with a bitter taste in our mouths. But wait, there's more. My friends, Michael and John, had their own share of horrors. Michael's room was a scorching 80 degrees Fahrenheit, making it impossible to sleep. The air conditioning, it seemed, was as useful as a chocolate teapot. And John, oh poor John, had the misfortune of having his daughter's room broken into during the night. The staff, Dylan, was as helpful as a wet noodle, offering no meaningful assistance or solution. It was as if they were more concerned with covering their own backsides than ensuring the safety and security of their guests. As I reflect on our experience, I am reminded of the wise words of my grandmother, who always said, "A hotel is not just a place to rest your head, it's a sanctuary, a haven from the world outside." But, oh, how the Holiday Inn Shanghai Nanjing Road, an IHG hotel, failed to provide that sanctuary. It was a place where nightmares came to life, where stress and anxiety reigned supreme. So, dear friends, let this be a cautionary tale. Let us heed the warnings of those who have come before us, they suffered at the hands of this hotel's ineptitude. Let us not make the same mistakes, lest we fall prey to their scams and their broken promises. And to the management of the Holiday Inn Shanghai Nanjing Road, an IHG hotel, I say this: how could you? How could you betray the trust of your guests, ignoring their pleas and their pain? You have broken our hearts, and for that, I weep.
Okay, so I was, looking into stuff near the Holiday Inn Shanghai Nanjing Road, just seeing what happens there. It's kinda depressing, honestly. Businesses around there, they're often trying to seem more fancy than they are, a lot of pretending. There's been this thing with Russian goods stores. Apparently, a bunch of them popped up, especially where tourists walk around near the Holiday Inn. 47 stores, can you believe it? Most weren't even properly registered, just there. And they were pretending to be official national pavilions, like the government approved of everything. Which is dumb, right? Who falls for that? They'd sell stuff made in China, ship it to Russia, then back to China and sell it as Russian imports for way more money. It's so messy. I bet a lot of people who stayed at the Holiday Inn, thinking they were getting a special souvenir, ended up overpaying for something made down the street. They probably felt so stupid afterwards, right? And the owners? They probably just kept going, finding new tourists to trick until the police actually did something. Then there's the fake Lego stores. Seriously? Near the Holiday Inn Shanghai Nanjing Road, people were setting up stores that looked like Lego stores, selling knockoffs. 30 people got arrested, but it's still happening, It's just sad. Families with kids, tourists, thinking they're getting a Lego set, then finding out it's just plastic. I imagine the parents were furious. Their kids were probably devastated. They probably had to spend even more money to get a real one, and felt completely ripped off. The people running those stores? Probably just moved onto another scam, or maybe paid a small fine and started again somewhere else. It's like, there are no consequences for being awful. It just feels exhausting. You go to Shanghai, you stay at a nice hotel like the Holiday Inn, hoping for a good trip, and then you have to worry about everything being alike. It's like, can't people just be honest? It's really frustrating, you know? Like, you're trying to enjoy your vacation, and someone's trying to steal your money. It's just a lot. Shanghai Nanjing Road, a traveler's cautionary note. Businesses nearby the area surrounding the Holiday Inn Shanghai Nanjing Road, an IHG Hotel, it's a place that, frankly, leaves a lingering sense of disappointment. It's not actively bad, not in a shouting, glaring way. It's more insidious. A quiet erosion of expectations. Businesses here, as a whole, feel hollow. They present a facade of bustling activity, yet beneath that, there's an underlying current of indifference, and sometimes, outright frustration waiting to snag unsuspecting travelers. It feels like a carefully constructed illusion, and I, after sifting through the accounts of others, am compelled to pull back the curtain a little. This isn't about individual failings, it's about a pattern. A consistent theme of unmet promises and a general air of things not quite being right. It's as if the businesses themselves are weary, resigned to a fate of mediocrity, and they project that weariness onto anyone who dares to enter. It's a sad state of affairs, and one that travelers should be prepared for. Let's start with the shopping experiences. Places like Shanghai Henglong Plaza, a major shopping complex, seem to be caught in a strange limbo. A number of accounts, and honestly, many are frustratingly sparse, just a blank space, a single character, a feeling of unspoken discontent, hint at a sense of pointlessness. People seem to wander, expecting a vibrant, engaging retail experience, and instead find nothing much. One review from several years ago simply states, "It's an old shop, actually there's nothing much." It's a sentiment echoed in the emptiness of other reviews. A sort of quiet resignation. The plaza feels like a relic, a grand building housing a collection of things that no one particularly needs or wants. Transport issues were also mentioned, as if even getting to the experience is a struggle. The lack of detail in many of these reviews is almost more unsettling than harsh criticism. It's as if people are so defeated by the experience, they can't even be bothered to articulate why it was unsatisfactory. It's a void of emotion, and that, in itself, is a warning. It's like walking into a room where everyone is politely pretending to have a good time, while secretly longing to be elsewhere. The emptiness speaks volumes. You'll find occasional comments noting that Alfre's restaurant, tucked away inside a Dunhill store, offers a nice environment, but even that feels like a fleeting moment of respite in an otherwise desolate landscape. Then we have establishments offering services, and this is where things get complicated. Green Massage, for example, presents a particularly disheartening scenario. The facilities may be acceptable, even good, but the customer service is described as actively hostile. Good facilities, worst customer service. One review states plainly. It's a jarring contrast. You're expecting relaxation, rejuvenation, a little pampering. Instead, you're met with indifference, or worse, outright rudeness. And even finding the place is a challenge. Several individuals struggled to locate it, suggesting a deliberate lack of clarity, a sort of hidden quality that feels off. It's almost as if they want to be difficult to find. A deliberate obscuring of access. It sparks a question, what are they hiding? The situation with Tim Hortons, a seemingly innocuous coffee chain, is bizarre. It's not about the coffee, it's about the behavior of the staff. One review details an employee attempting to physically seize the reviewer's phone while they were paying. A demand for personal information, including WeChat details, before completing the transaction. It reads like a scene from a dystopian novel, not a coffee shop. The reviewer calls it the worst Tims in the world. And frankly, it's hard to disagree. This isn't just poor customer service, it's a clear overstep, a blatant disregard for personal privacy. It feels predatory, and it's deeply unsettling. What other insidious practices might be occurring under the guise of a friendly coffee break? And finally, the nightlife. TAXX Shanghai is presented as the most fun nightclub in Shanghai, but the reality, according to one review, is vastly different. It's less about dancing and more about expensive seating arrangements and a general lack of energy. Many booths but nowhere to really dance, the reviewer writes, adding that they prefer the atmosphere in Beijing. It's a place to be seen, not to experience. A hollow shell of a party, catering to a clientele more interested in status than genuine.